Okay, guys, so the stream should officially be started, and you guys should be able to see everything. Okay, let's see, Assad, how are you but yeah, I'll give it a few minutes in case people want to join. But essentially, what we're doing is we're gonna go through week 9, and that should be a vibe. I mean, hopefully it is. So yeah, uh. Apologies. I did have it ready, and then I had to. I don't know. My PC kind of crashed, so I had to reset up. But it should be fine. But yeah. I'll just give it a minute in case people are joining. I am sorry. I sneezed. I sneezed. Very sorry about that. Alhamdulillah. But yeah. Um, it's nearly Ramadan, so Ramadan Mubarak to those who are celebrating, and I hope you guys have a good time. Also, just a few notes before we do start is that we are actually hosting an event soon for the computer science students, so please do come along. It'll be good fun. We're thinking of having a gaming competition, so just get involved. Like, if you do want to be involved in the planning, hit me up. And I can add you to the WhatsApp group chat if you have WhatsApp. Um, yeah, you should. Most people generally do have WhatsApp. It will have to be after Ramadan, just because it's gonna be quite. I just want, like, we're gonna have pizza. We're gonna be gaming. It'll be at the gaming cafe, one new one. I don't know if you guys know that one in London, and it'll be like a competition, pizza, drinks, chill time, and yeah, it should be good. Now that the general housekeeping is over, let us begin. Okay, so the first requirement is fairly simple. We're just going to write a static method which takes in an array list of strings and an integer and changes the array to. Okay, so first one. So we're just going to take an array list of strings. So first let's make a method. Did it say it wanted it static? Let's just check. There's no harm in checking. Yep, a static method, public static void. And all we're doing is taking in 2 string arguments. Well, one array list string. Don't forget your import. Oh, and we need to name it something. We'll just call it requirement 1 for now. Oh, I seem to have spelled array list wrong. Remember your imports though. Is this how you spell it? Nope. Sorry, I forgot my capital A. Okay. You might need to import array list. I think I do. Yeah, import class. Just make sure you import it. And we're also taking in an integer. Just so we don't confuse it. So we're gonna get this string array. Oh, well, actually, we want to just iterate through it. So you're gonna have string array size equals string array dot size, and all we're gonna sorry, and then we're gonna do for remember, this is a destructive method, so we're removing from the actual array, which is interesting. And we're just gonna do if oh, because we're getting the length dot length. Pretty sure it's a dot length that we're sorry, dot length is less than num. All we're gonna do is and remember, importantly, we're gonna reduce the array size. And that should be that. That is requirement 1. Next requirement. To be honest, I'm not gonna show you guys like because it took me so long to format the printing and stuff. To do the requirement to sorry if I just check to the requirement to show the front end was really long. So I'm not gonna show that, but I will show you essentially just like the method to do requirement 2. But like it's up to you how you format your front end. I'm not gonna do anything like that, but yeah. And all you're doing is make it a new array. And that is that method done. So this is a constructive one. And this one is destructive. Now things should start getting a bit trickier, because if you read requirement 3, we want to be able to take a generic static method. So what does this mean? Well, we're going to create a new Java class, and we're just going to call it generic, or we can call it anything, to be honest. Untitled if you wish, but I'm going to go for generic array list. And so it's actually, so we have to do something strange. We call it E in here, and then we're gonna have public generic array list. And what we're gonna do is make an array, basically. So what we need then is to set an array. So first we're gonna make a private array. Could be public, but for this case we're gonna make a private E array. E, I think, 1 second. And obviously we need to name it. What should we name it? Generic array. And so over here we just need to set our array. This dot generic array equals new. And of course we want it to be set to an object, like a random object, something that's not set. So object, and we need to remember to declare it as type E object, and of course it's not going to have any length so far, so that's why. And we need to make sure that this is of type E, so E. Okay, that should work. But yeah, so that one should work like that. So now we have that generic array list. And then of course we also want to have like the basic functions that array lists have. So array lists have dot size, dot remove, dot get, and dot set. These are like the basic ones that we want to make. So the first one is dot size. So easy stuff. So public int, because we're returning an int, size. Oh, sorry, we don't want to have int void. That is just wrong. And we're gonna get turn, and we're just gonna get e dot, well, generic array, sorry, dot length. Easy. Next one, we're gonna have dot remove. This is gonna be void, and we're just gonna do dot remove. And all we're gonna put in here is we wanna just reduce it by the size. So all we're gonna do is we'll do it in a constructive way or a destructive way. It's your choice, but I'm gonna do it in a constructive way just because it's easier for me to do it that way. So we're just gonna make a new array. So and we want to know what we're removing, so that should work. Oh, sorry. That should not work. So the way this actually works is object brackets like this. New object. Yeah, that should work. Get rid of this new here. Okay, that should work now. Okay, and then we're just gonna do not yet for it. Actually, yeah. Actually, it might be more effective to do this. That should be fine. And we're just gonna say J here, just in case. So this way we are iterating through it properly. That should be fine. And we want to do I++ here. That should be fine like that. That's all going to be a remove method. Might not even need to use it, to be honest, but we'll see. But this is just important to have. Similarly, we're going to do the same thing, but with add. Oh wait, sorry, we've got one critical step. The most critical step. Now we're going to do array equals new array. Sorry, that was the most critical step. Public. Oh, we have dot add two. Next one is public set. I know I'm not really explaining, but I feel like it is self-explanatory. If you have any questions, please let me know. I will just check comments. Just give me one moment. I'm just checking for any comments. Yeah, I don't know. For some reason, I do not get the comments on my thing. I have to actually check the comments, which is a bit strange to me, but I will figure it out soon. Don't stress, anyways. Let me just check this real quick. No comments on so far, which is good. I hope. Is anyone even watching it live? I've no idea, but you know what? It is what it is. So let's get back on with it. So set. All we're gonna do here is pretty easy. Generic array index equals object. What has happened here? Sorry, this should be type E. Does this have to be E2 then? That should work. Just making sure. Yeah, that should all be good. Okay. That should be fine. Okay. So we've done dot size, dot remove, dot get, dot set, and now we just got to do dot add. And instead of -1, it's going to be +1. And all we're going to do is is going to be the new object. And okay, that should be good. And that's it. That is our new generic array list essentially made. So let us use it now for requirement 3. I know this has not been the most interesting video. I am so sorry. But this lab was so dry. There's not much I can essentially describe when I'm showing you guys because the code is pretty much self-explanatory, I feel. I am also looking at no mic. So if you guys have any questions, any at all, please do let me know. As always, I will answer them. Hello Malek and hello Assad. Yeah. So we're gonna do public static void. Is it a static one again for requirement 3? I just need to check that. Yep, static methods, public static, and it's not gonna be void. It's gonna be generic array list. And we're gonna call our method requirement 3 part 1. And all we're gonna do is we're gonna take in a generic array list, and we're gonna take in 2 objects of the same type. Oh, 1 object 2. That's it. And we're gonna essentially return generic array list. Okay. Oh, we forgot to label it. I'm just gonna label it GAL. Sorry. Just gonna return gal. Okay, guys, I will be explaining this generic array list stuff a bit more. So essentially what this is like an array that hasn't got a type. So you know when we make an array, we have to usually give it a type. So in this case we do not. Give me 1 second, my mom is just sorry about that. I had a phone call from my mom. But yeah, I am back now. How are you guys? I hope you're good. And yeah, okay. So if I get back, so essentially all this is like an array without a type. So this means that we can assign it a type, which is really useful for us actually, because essentially it's like a list in Python without like a certain type. So like you can either make it an int array, you can make it a string array, you can make it an object type like an account array, etc. Like it's just very useful, I find, using this. Okay, if we get back to it, essentially, so the first requirement of this is that we write a method that takes two objects of its element type. The methods must replace the first occurrence of an object by the second object. Easy peasy. Let's do this. So all we're gonna do is we're gonna make a constructor method. So we're just gonna make another generic array list. Okay, and all we're gonna do is oh, we need a boolean found too. Can't forget about the found. Because we only want the first occurrence, dot get. Sorry, gal dot get I. Okay. So all we're doing is essentially the same thing as up here. So it's not too hard. Again, for the destructive one, and we're returning gal2 here. Give me 1 second, my siblings are acting up, and I really do hate it when they do that. Oh my goodness. I am so sorry, guys. I will have to be 1 minute. I will not be longer than a minute. I am back. Sorry about that. But yeah. So yeah, we are gonna actually return gal this time. Because it is destructive. So let's go. So for Boolean found first. What we're gonna do is go if we're just gonna copy this line actually. And we're just gonna set I to object 2. And that's it for that method. And remember, we need to make our founds true. And that's it for this method. Sorry that the generic array list took so long, but hopefully you guys understand what it does. I would recommend watching this video at 2x speed. I'm not gonna lie. All good. Okay. So next thing we're gonna do is actually okay, sorry guys. That's fine, and let's look at requirement 4, which is write a class which stores an array list account object where account is. Okay. So essentially we're just gonna take what account was back in the day, long time ago. But yeah, so we're just gonna call it account. And we're just gonna paste in what account was. Oh, that's not what account was. We'll just paste in what account was the solution that we did get given. This is account. Too many. That should be fine. I know it really bugs me about the indentation as well. I'm sorry. It might not bug all of you, but it really does bug me. There we go. It's my biggest pet peeve, indentation. I'm not even gonna lie. So if you're gonna ask me for help and you don't have good indentation, I'm not gonna be a very happy person. Okay, now let's call this one requirement 4. Okay, so we're gonna get an array list of type account equals we're just gonna call it account list. Oh, we need to import ArrayList again. Okay, whatever. It doesn't want to import. Easy. And all we're gonna do here is create a constructor. Easy. Okay, what are the things that we need? Let me just write them out. So we want to add account. We want to / add account, return account with the highest balance. What else do we want to do? Sorry, I'm just checking. Total balance. Deposit to lowest balance. What else do we need to do? And we want to remove UID account. Okay, so if you guys are not familiar from stuff that I've done before, so essentially the unique so each account has a unique ID, and yeah, that's it. Oh, sorry, I did not mean to yawn, but yeah, I did yawn. It is what it is. So yeah. Yeah, so if you're not familiar with this, this is just unique IDs, pretty much self-explanatory. So yeah, we're gonna remove an account with a unique ID. So first one, let's add an account. Should be quite easy. So public. Do they have to be static methods? Let me just check. They do not. So public void. We actually want to have the account pass through. And we want to just add account very easily, like this. Next one, return account with highest balance. That's going to be type account.